Hello. Thank you for being here. Thank yourself for being here. Getting to the mat is the hardest part most of the time. Just be sure you're on a non-slip surface, your feet, your chair, that nothing's going to slide out from underneath you. And yeah. So feet on the ground, whether you have on socks, shoes, whatever you're comfortable in. We will be standing up, so you just want to make sure that you're not in anything that's going to slip. And preferably in a chair where your legs aren't hanging, so you want your feet on the ground, the pads of your feet and your heels on the ground. You can always they make little flat yoga blocks that for your seated position, they're sort of half height yoga blocks. You can slip those under your feet and those can feel really nice. It kind of helps you settle into your seat. So we'll get started by turning off the things that make noise. Okay. Just get started, ground in. Maybe breathe in through the nose and out through the nose if allergies, your nose allows it. If not, if you can breathe in through the nose, if exhaling through the nose is uncomfortable, you can open your lips slightly, keep your jaw open, and just exhale gently through the lips. But notice your feet, your seat. Place your hands in a position that's comfortable for your shoulders. So maybe that's a little closer in toward the crease in your legs, maybe not outstretched just yet, but a place where they can relax. Your shoulders can be at ease. And imagine lifting sort of your whole head up for the sky, but lowering the chin just slightly. Breathe. And very gently ease the ears back a little closer over the shoulders. We just tend to fall forward a bit. So if you are aware of your ears coming over your shoulders just a little bit more, not to strain, but just noticing, just kind of helping our posture, and breathe. And as your eyes are closed, breathing in, breathing out, just take in the room around you. Notice the temperature, maybe sounds, light through your closed eyes. Ease in the shoulders, ease in the hands and feet, and just taking in that space around you as your yoga space today. Nothing is a distraction. It's just part of your yoga space today. And breathe. Then very gently taking your right hand, you can leave your left hand right where it is. Just put your right palm, sort of an open hand, on your low belly. Just let it rest there and notice as you breathe, can you bring that breath down into the hand? So obviously our lungs don't go that far down, but the effect of taking a deeper breath, and notice if you can feel an expansion in the belly into the palm. And then as you exhale, kind of exaggerate it by drawing the belly button in toward the spine. So maybe you didn't feel the inhale into your palm, but see if you can bring that presence in the space to the exhale. And do this a few times, ease in the jaw, notice the shoulders, just bringing that inhale into the palm and drawing that belly button into the spine on the exhale. These deep breaths bring in the air into the bottom of our lungs that doesn't get used that often, and it's good for our circulation, good for healing, good for easing stress, helping with sleep. This is a great late night or middle of the night exercise you can do lying down. Just presence in that right palm, inhale and exhale. Very nice. Let's do one more. Very nice. And lower the palms down by the side, open the eyes. Happy yoga face. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up nice and slow. Maybe palms up, kind of scoop it all in. And exhale, palms down, just gently float the arms down. Just kind of waking up the arms, waking up the ribs. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, float them down. Now, one more time, I invite you to close your eyes here. Palms up, inhale, reach up, and notice your ribs, notice your shoulders, your jaw as you inhale. Reach the top, flip the palms out, and exhale, lower down. Notice the shoulders, the ribs, your seat. Once more with your eyes closed. Flip palms up, take it all in. And exhale, flip the palms and come down. Very nice. Let's roll the wrists. Just nice and slow. Reverse. Very nice. Elbows sort of in toward the body, fingertips, palms facing the shoulders, fingertips resting on the shoulders. Let's lift the elbows if that works for your shoulders, or keep them down, or one up, one down, whatever works for you. But lifting the elbows, kind of looking out beyond out the space there in front of you. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, fingertips to shoulder. And notice if you're straining in your low back here, give your belly button, bring your belly button in toward your spine, or maybe tuck your tailbone ever so slightly, just so you feel support in your low back. Inhale, exhale. Good. Next time you come out, reach your fingertips out away from you. And again, you can lower your elbows if that feels better, and just reach with your flat hands. And then very gently reach the fingertips toward the floor. So sort of opening that wrist space. And again, you can do this if your shoulders are fatigued, just lower the elbows. Reaching with the fingers, breathe. Good, and then palms open or fingers open. We're gonna rotate the hands as if you're sort of wiping something off. And rotate the thumbs down. So you're looking at the back of your fingers, and open, rotate the thumbs out and down, pinkies come toward the center. Again, you can do this with your elbows bent. Rotate them in. It's different with your elbows bent, actually. And open. Good. One more time, rotating them in, and then pause with the thumbs kind of pointing down, fingertips, middle fingers kind of pointing toward one another, and breathe. This activates the nerve bundles in your shoulder and down your arm. So if anything bothers you, please don't do it. Now rotate out. Kind of find that rotation. This kind of undoes everything we do all day with our hands. Very nice. Lower down, shake them out. Fingertips to the shoulders again. We're going to come forward gently. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, down and forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down and forward. One more time. Again, this is also a nice place if you want to close your eyes. And then pause at the bottom. The reverse can be very different for your shoulders. So just mind what your body's telling you. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. So then 2 more times. Very nice. Shake it out there. And then we're actually going to shrug the shoulders. So inhale, think of bringing those elbows as if you were going past your ears. Just bring them on up. And then exhale, lower them down, reach the elbows kind of for the floor. Good, so really over exaggerating that shoulder movement. Inhale, shrug them way up to your comfort. Exhale, down. We're gonna bring them up and hold them here, but not hold the breath. I want you to be aware, kind of this side of the ribs. You feel free to rest your fingertips on your legs, but bring those shoulders up and kind of breathe in. This kind of awkward feeling, but you're getting in underneath those bottom ribs. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Good. One more big inhale. And then lower the shoulders down. Exhale. Reach the elbows for the ground for a moment. Very nice. Let's open the knees a bit. I'm going to turn to the side. You can stay facing the screen. As you can see, we'll open the knees so we can get our pelvis to move. And actually, grab hold of the sides of your pelvis, sort of just right on the side, and rock your tailbone back and forth. So you feel that kind of the pelvis is like a basket. At the bottom of the belly, the pelvic bone in the front, sacrum in the back. So this rocking motion. If your low back is really tight, you may or may not feel that a lot, but just having the motion of the tuck. So pause there in a tuck position. Kind of feel your pelvis tucking like you're tucking sheet under the bed with your tailbone. Good, and then roll the tailbone back, so you feel the tailbone move out, and then the basket, like this bowl of the pelvis, sort of dipping forward. And again, a tight back or tight hips might make this difficult, but we just imagine that space, imagine that movement. So come back to neutral. Now we're going to put the breath with it. So as we exhale, tucking that tailbone, the mid-back reaches backward, the shoulders curve forward. You can tuck the chin and you can use your hands on your knees for grace. Then as you inhale, you want to start with the tailbone. Kind of move your breath up as you inhale as a wave up your spine. Bellies with drops between the legs, chest, face forward. You can look up if your neck likes that. If your neck doesn't like that, just think of reaching your heart forward. Now your exhale, tailbone first. Tuck the tailbone, reach the back behind you, tuck the chin, maybe bring the shoulders in. Inhale, tailbone first. Reach that heart space forward, ease in the face, ease in the fingers and toes. Move through this a couple times on your own, starting with the tailbone. We're going to have this nice, safe flexion and extension of the spine with the breath. So we exhale to tuck and inhale to stretch that heart forward. This is a great exercise for first thing in the morning. If your feet touch the floor on the side of your mattress or move to a chair, but it's great before you're up and moving around to do a few of these seated cat-cows. Nice, safe flexion and extension for the spine. Good. Next time you come back to your cat with your tuck, hold there. And kind of just find that space. Maybe you want to reach your hands down the front of your knees a little bit to find a little more space between your shoulder blades. Let the head hang, find a little more space in your neck. Be really aware of that tuck. Maybe find some space in the low back. Breathe. We're breathing here. Don't hold the breath. Ease in the toes and jaw. Good. Now moving out of this, we're going to draw the belly button in a little bit because we're moving the low back. Move towards your inhale. Roll the tailbone first. Kind of feel that tailbone pointing out and up. Tipping that pelvis forward. Stretching the heart forward. Maybe the face looks up. It's okay if it doesn't. And you can bring the elbows back. You're going to breathe here. You can slide the hands up the legs. Breathe. Notice the jaw, the toes. So good getting all that air into the front body. And compressing that back body. Very nice. Belly to spine, awareness as we draw the tailbone back to neutral and bring the shoulders up. Very nice. Let's come on up. Just stay sideways, actually. Come up to just comfortably to the front of your chair. The safest place you can get forward, just so you can bring your feet under your knees a little bit. Or if your feet want to come back, that's great too. You can slide your heels back. So know the flexion and the extension in the feet, we'll work on that when we stand up. That is where it comes in really handy here in getting up from seated. So you want to lean the heart forward over the knees. You should feel your weight going into sort of that triangle in the bottom of the feet, the pads of the toes, back into the heel. Awareness in the feet before we stand up. So we're leaning forward. You can even exaggerate it, come forward and really feel, maybe now it's more in your toes, or maybe your feet are forward so it's not. Just awareness in your feet. Then you can place your hands out if that works for you. That's sort of a good chair challenge, or on your knees or upper thighs, whatever works. We'll inhale. Exhale as you push the ground away with your feet. Think of your whole upper body reaching for the sky. Let's come down halfway, whatever's good for your hands. This is tough to practice. You can do this standing next to a chair. We're going to come down just halfway or partway. Exhale, push the ground away, reach for the sky. So inhale, soften and down. We're going to bring the heart over the knees a little bit. So you feel that weight, you can lift your toes. Sometimes that helps ground. Exhale, push the ground away, reach for the sky with head. Once more. And if you want to challenge, you can put your arms out or up. Exhale, float the arms down. Last time, inhale, reach up. Hand on the chair. We're going to pause here, breathe. Really good for our leg strength, core strength. Very nice. Inhale and exhale. Push that ground away. You draw the belly in and up. Very nice. So standing next to a chair or behind a chair, grounding in the feet about hip distance apart, so whatever that means for you. And just practice one foot to the other, coming up on the back of the toes. So the weight can be in your grounded foot. Kind of bicycle the toes, the ankles, where you're stretching the top of the ankle toward the chair and kind of having some weight on the back of the toes. Not tons of weight just yet. We're going to practice that in a minute. We're sort of just letting them know what's going on. Good, and pause next time you have your left foot flat and your right ankle is up. And find that gentle toe stretch. So bring the top of your ankle forward as you can. And maybe it helps if you bring your foot back a little bit, whatever helps. If your big toe doesn't like to cooperate in this and you find your toes or your ankles falling out, that's okay if you're not weight bearing. But try to engage your big toe in the bend as possible. It just helps with balance, with stairs, with getting up. Very nice. Relax that right foot, slide the right foot behind you, and rest the top of the toes on the ground. So now we're reaching the top of the ankle for the ground. Hello, Vera. So feel that stretch in the top of the foot. You can intensify it by reaching for the ground a little bit harder with the top of the foot. Good. Now gently slide that foot back up and back underneath you. Now the left foot. This might be different. Raise that left heel, keeping the bottoms of the toes on the ground. Reaching forward with the top of the ankle. And again, trying to engage the big toe as much as it will cooperate. If it won't, no pain. We're not here for pain. Just finding that edge between work and ease. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Ease in the jaw. Very nice. Ease it down. Slide the left foot back and then rest the top of the toes on the ground. Stretching that top of the ankle toward the ground. Breathe. Maybe close the eyes and think of when you're doing these types of stretches, finding space. Send your breath there. Think of finding space, finding expansion in the inhale and then whoops. Okay, ease back to Tadasana. Now mountain pose. Just stand, maybe close the eyes and notice your ankles, notice your toes. There's a lot of blood flow. We're inviting into the stretches. Very good. Now hands on the chair. You can have hands on a wall or a kitchen island, whatever. We're going to come up on both feet. So sort of working on a little balance here. Raise and lower the heels. If it's a real challenge for you to come up on your toes, you can always roll up a towel and put it under your heels and stand there that way instead of with nothing under your heels. Now come up to the top of your range and pause, breathe. You can make this about balance if you'd like. But we just don't want to roll the ankle. So if your big toe does not want to do this, don't come up or come up to your capacity or put something under your heels. Breathe. Very nice. Lower down. And pedal up the knees. Nice. Planting with your left foot. We're just going to step back kind of a pace, kind of a long step. So, and the right toes kind of at a 45-degree angle toward the side. We're going to keep that left foot straight first, left knee straight. And we want to draw figure out the best way to show you. We want to draw the left hip back. We don't want to open up to the right. So we're going to draw that left hip back, try to keep both of our hip points pointed forward. Very nice. Let's swing the arms up, breathe, reaching for the sky. Both legs are straight, but we want to push through the back of the knees, just like a soft knee. Good. Inhale, reach for the sky. And you can also put one hand on a chair if that's better. Good. Again, inhale, reach for the sky. And as you exhale, slowly turn and open to the left. Breathe here. Situate. If you need to heel toe your left foot out a little bit, kind of widen train tracks that you're standing on, that can help your balance. You can also have the chair on your left side and open toward the chair for balance. Breathe. Good. Inhale, reach up, turn back to center. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open. Once more. Exhale, open. Very nice. Come back to center. Inhale. We're going to exhale and sweep the arms back behind. Either clasp the hands or hold the wrists or hold the elbows or just place the back of the hands on the low back. Inhale, look up. Even if you look up with your eyes, we're going to pause here for a moment. This is balance also. Good. And then as you exhale, think of sort of the left hip crease. Come forward over that left foot, micro bend in the left knee. You can put your hands on the chair here. But try to keep the back straight. Just come over as comfortable, just with your legs straight and your back straight. So you might come forward just a tiny bit. Keeping that left hip back, breathe. Breathe, ease in the toes. I'm going to pause here for a moment. So strong, very good. Good, inhale. And as you exhale, belly to spine, think of stretching the head back up toward the sky. You can also use your chair to kind of push back. Very nice, and step forward. Tadasana. Just notice the difference, one hip to the other. Very nice, step back, that left foot. Again, legs are straight here. Right toes pointing forward, left toes kind of at a 45-degree angle off. Unless that bothers your hip or knee, then you make adjustments, any adjustments. So I'm going to sort of turn at an angle here. Show you how to use the chair. Nice and strong, arms up, breathe. Notice your inhale and exhale in the ribs. Strong legs, maybe wiggle the toes. So we're using the pads of our feet and our heels to stay nice and grounded. Awareness of our feet. Good, nice inhale and exhale, open to the right. And again, you can use the chair, sort of turn toward the chair, reach the left hand forward, maybe the right hand's on the chair, or you can reach back. Breathe. Again, you can heel toe that right foot out a little bit for balance. And do anything with the left foot. If you need to lift the heel because your left hip doesn't want to let you turn, breathe. Good. Do a little movement. Inhale, reach up, back to center. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach up. You can drop your elbows at any time. You can put your hands on your hips while we do this. Inhale, back to center, reach up. Exhale, open. Once more. And open. Good, let's pause here. Inhale forward. We're going to sweep the arms back. So back of the hands on the low back. Hold the wrists, clasp the fingers, whatever's comfortable for you. And you can also have one hand on the chair. Always one hand on the chair. Micro bend in that front knee, so we're not pushing through anything. We don't want to hyperextend the knees. Inhale, look up. We'll pause here. Breathe. Awareness in the feet. As we're looking up at the sky, we're reminding ourselves that we're grounded. Our feet up through our hips. Breathe. Good. Take an inhale here. Turn the glance forward. Nice straight back. Straight leg with a gentle knee. Then bring that heart over the right knee. Keeping the right hip crease back so we're not opening to the left. And again, you can put a little micro bend in that knee. Breathe. And we want to be looking at the floor here. So we're not straining the chin by trying to look up. Ease in the neck, kind of stretching the top of the head away from the tailbone. Breathe. If you have any muscle shaking, it's your muscles are working. As long as there's no pain or pinching, breathe. Good, inhale. Think of drawing that belly to spine and lifting that whole torso up toward the sky. Just engages the whole center of the body and reaches it up instead of straining the low back. And step forward. Tadasana. Maybe fingertips on the chair as we stand forward so you can close your eyes. Notice your feet, hips, that blood flow to the legs. Very nice. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Open mouth, exhale. Very nice. Now facing the back of your chair or a counter or something, we're just gonna do a little bit of a forward fold. So you can play with your chair. You have a couple, I'm just probably gonna reach through the bottom, lower, a little bit lower than the back. We're gonna inhale, nice tall spine, and exhale, sort of a swan dive. So folding forward only at the hips first, leading with the heart. Find your flat back first. So pause here with a flat back, shoulder blades together. You can even draw your Put your fingertips on the chair, draw your elbows back toward the ribs just to keep your shoulder blades a little straighter. Ease in the neck, we're not straining to look up. And then just allow yourself to forward fold, whatever that is for you. If you have eye pressure or blood pressure issues, keep your heart above the back of your chair. Your head above your heart. But if you'd like to put a bend in your knees, allow the head to come down. Maybe the arms sit on the chair. The chair is very handy. Just use it as you need it. Back of the chair, on the seat. You can put your hands on your knees, hands on your calves. A little inversion in a safe space for you is good for our lymph system, our circulation. Very nice. So now fingertips on the chair or palms on the top of the thigh. We're going to open the eyes and breathe as we gently come up, belly to spine, and mountain pose. Breathe. Very nice. Nice big inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale down. Just activate those shoulders. We're going to really spread the fingers out. Inhales if you're lifting something really heavy, pushing the ground away. And exhale, pushing something down really heavy, reaching out through the fingers. Let's do that once more. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale down. Very nice. Now open up the legs a bit, widen in the hips. Pushing through the ground, kind of like the bottom of a star there. We're going to spread the arms out nice and wide, reach forward with the heart. And then exhale, kind of curve the back. It's a little bit of a standing cat-cow. So reaching back behind you with the center of the shoulder blades, tuck the chin. So inhale, open the heart space, fingertips back, kind of coming forward with the hips a bit. Again, always use the chair here. And then exhale, sweep the arms forward, kind of clap the hands. The hips come back behind the heels and the chin tucks. Do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Very nice. And back to mountain pose. Pause. Very nice. Let's come back to our chair. Work a little more on the feet. So actually, I'll keep the chair sideways so you can see. We'll practice coming down. So when you practice your chair, just back up where the back of your calves are touching the chair. You know it's there. You can put your hands in prayer. You can reach out, reach up, whatever you'd like, or switch it up to the side for better balance. Then we're going to come down nice and slowly and breathe steadily. You don't want to hold the breath. And play with it. Maybe pause halfway down and notice if your seat comes back, you go in your heels. Notice if you're too far forward, you're in your toes. You want to be right in the center as you bend the knees and lower the seat. And your chair is there, because that's how we started. It's going to catch you. Pause maybe right over the chair if you can, before you sit. The balance poses and the chair practice are and cat-cow. So 3. I can have a long list, but those 3 for sure. Balance poses, one leg standing, chair practice, and seated cat-cow. Good everyday homework. Let's do a little bit more with the ankles. So coming forward in your chair, so you have the ability to raise your knees. Let's come up on the toes. Bring the toes wherever your toes need to be, where you have a back of the toe stretch. You can reach that front of the ankle forward. Very nice. Now, very gently, we're going to reach out with the ankles. We're not weight bearing here, so we're safe. We're not going to twist our ankles. Ooh, I really feel that in my right foot. Reach out with the ankle. Breathe. And then bring them in, belly to spine. We bring our belly to our spine. It kind of makes our awareness so we're not straining our low back as we move our legs. And then collapse the ankles in toward one another. Trying to keep at least the big toe, the ball of the big toe on the ground. Collapse those ankles in. Breathe. We need this movement in our ankles, but we don't want to do it at a strain, weight bearing, but we need it for our balance. Let's move it back out again. Reach out with those ankles. Breathe. And back in. Ankles back in. Very nice. Come to neutral. Let's hold our foot. So slide your calf up if the calf works for you. If you just want to bend down or any way midway. And let's rub the foot. So squeezing the toes, squeezing the ball of the foot, the arch and the heel. I'm going to check my computer while you all rub your foot to make sure that we're good. Oh, we're so ready for battery life. That foot, then get a nice roll both ways. Very nice. And the other foot. The toes, balls of the feet, arches, heels. And then give it a roll. One way and then the other. This is good for the hands and the feet, the foot massage. Good for both. Put them down. I'm going to do a little for blood circulation, some tapping. So we're going to tap the top of the toes with the fingertips. If at any point this sort of fatigues your hands, you can just sort of do a loose fist. The ankles, the shins, calves. It's really good for kind of our nerve awareness, circulation, tapping the knees. Let's use both hands on the right leg. Underneath, on top, side of the hip. And then the left side, knees. Again, you can go sort of a loose fist if you'd rather, or fingertips, doesn't matter. Very nice. Then the low belly. Ribs. And the side body. Then use the back of the hands, tap the low back. Bottom of the ribs. Good. Opposite arm to get under the arms. Very nice. Across the ribs, chest. Back of the shoulders. We'll come back there in a second. Let's go ahead and go up the face a little bit. We'll come back here too. Just a little drumming under the forehead. And then right hand to the left hand. We're really tapping onto the top of the hand and the bottom. And breathe. Maybe you close your eyes. Inhale and exhale. Up the forearm. Inside the forearm. And the upper arm. Under the arm. At the top of the shoulder. Nice. And then switch hands. Again, you can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. Left fingertips tapping the right hand. The right palm. Breathe. Right forearm. Inside the arm. Upper arm. Under the arm. Shoulder. And then pausing with both hands, your right hand on your right shoulder, left hand on left shoulder, right at the top. Think of kind of squeezing out a cloth. So we'll take the fingertips back. You can raise your elbows as is possible for you. Press the fingertips into the back of the shoulder and then pull the shoulder, as the elbows come down, the fingertips kind of pull the back of the neck forward. So raise the elbows, fingertips into the back of the neck, and then draw the elbows down and pull, kind of like you're squeezing out a cloth there, pulling it forward. Do it again. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, draw the elbows down, fingertips forward. Let's do that once more. Inhale up. Exhale. Very nice. Now fingers on the side of the jaw, right there at the hinge. Your 4 fingertips. Gentle finger pad circles. Gentle but firm. The jaw probably needs it. Again, close your eyes if that feels good. And then circle the other way. Breathe. Good. Then with the fingers, just rub the earlobes. Maybe a little tug. Good. And then the tops of the ears, just making circles with the tops of the ears. Breathe. Very nice. Fingertips to the temple. And kind of keeping those circles, whatever feels good. Maybe a little walking on the fingertips feels good, or circles. However much pressure feels nice for you. I always remind myself how much I like this when I do it. And then up into the hairline, top of the head. Just kind of spread your hands out, the fingertips out, so you're sort of covering a lot of space. Breathe. Good. Fingertips right at the top of the forehead. Just kind of walk them down the forehead to the eyebrows. Pause gently on the eyebrows and turn it into finger pads instead. So your hands are cupping over your eyes. And then gently massage the eyebrows. Maybe a circle. Breathe. Other way, reverse. Very nice. And then just draw the hands down the face. Very nice. Hands to the lap. And we'll pause for a few moments in Shavasana. So you can slide back if you're forward on your chair, or you can get on the couch, floor, whatever calls you. But find a place where you can sit, where your feet and arms are not hanging. Find a comfortable place to be. If your mind tends to wander and jump around, you can gently cradle one hand in the other and touch your thumb points. And then as your mind flies around, kind of tap the thumbs together. And just remind yourself right here, just for the next couple of minutes, right here. And allow yourself to breathe. Breathing in, breathing out, taking in your space as your yoga space, your place to breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Letting your chair, the floor, hold you. Imagining the breath flowing in and easing out. Gently bringing your awareness back into your body, back into your space. Inviting a deeper breath. Bringing gentle movement to the fingers, toes. Movement in the wrists and ankles. And just taking any gentle movement that feels good. Your body's very intuitive. Very nice. Bringing the hands to the heart space, thumbs to the heart, palms together. Inhale and fingertips toward the sky. Nice and gentle. Exhale, lower the thumbs. Let's do that twice more. Inhale and up. Exhale, down. And last time. Resting the thumbs at the heart space. And gently lowering the chin. In gratitude for the time you've given yourself in your yoga. In gratitude for our bodies and what they have done for us and what they are doing for us today. Kind words, kind thoughts. With gratefulness for our breath. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, 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 everyone.
Thank you so